guys. Just making sure that all of these settings are right. Hopefully it's better now. I've decided to turn off the PC next to me, so that there's less hissing noise from the fans and stuff. Let me know if it's better or worse. Anyways, yeah, today I'm just doing a very simple video of talking about what games that I'm pretty excited about, because if you're a gamer, you know that recently a lot of the games shows have happened at the beginning of the month and throughout the month of June, and a lot of new game announcements and previews were shown. And I'm a gamer, as you can see from the back. That's the collector's edition of Starfield. I know that a lot of people didn't really like it when it first came out. I played it when it first came out. I thought it was okay. I definitely get why people were not very happy with it. But I'm a very simple person. You give me a game, I play. And I feel like the story was it was fine. But yeah, it was enjoyable, and because I had the collector's edition, so all of the future DLC stuff I get for free. Well, technically I paid for it, but those were pretty fun too. Now I will say that in terms of world building and design and stuff, from a design standpoint, Starfield is pretty cool. I feel like it's a very livable or believable world that you could actually live in. Because I'm a graphic designer, so I notice these tiny little things that maybe people tend to overlook. I don't know, but I like it when they make worlds believable. Having its own world's coffee chain, and having believable franchises within the world, even down to each of the products packaging, in game, it's modeled, and there's proper packaging details on it and stuff like that. I think the attention to detail to a lot of these things is overlooked sometimes, but I feel like Starfield and Bethesda did do a really good job. I think that's why I really like the whole Fallout series as well from Bethesda, because when they make when I'm playing a Fallout game, it's very believable. It's in its own world. The whole brand Nuka-Cola and Robco. If I see a signage and be oh, I know that's a brand, or I know that brand, then I think they did a good job of establishing the world's lore and providing the assets for it. Once again, I do apologize if you can hear the upstation neighbors, because for some reason I try to film these late at night so that the kids are probably asleep upstairs, but they are awake. I don't know what the sleep schedule is like for them, or if it's even the same family, because I know that this whole there are people who do Airbnbs in the apartments here, so I don't even know if they're actually neighbors or if they're guests or who have kids all the time. I feel like it's probably a family because I can kind of recognize the patterns of their stomping. Also, I have a little bit of sniffles, so I think I will cut out what I can. But if there are some that get through that I did notice in the editing, I apologize as well. I'm trying to get better at this, okay? But yeah, so gaming. I love playing story games, narrative games. God of War, the new one, Laufey. Very excited for that. I know a lot of people are divided on that because like Kratos was the main character for a lot of the games before that. Well, all of the games before that. But I never had a PlayStation before. So by the time I got one, I was like a full adult. And it was the PlayStation 4, like I think Slim. And then I got into the whole like PlayStation ecosystem, I guess, where there are like exclusives that I've never played before, like Red Dead Redemption 2. Back then, it's the weirdest thing. This apartment is like when I close the windows, I cannot hear planes. Like I cannot hear planes flying across, and that's saying something because the airport is like literally 10 minutes away, 5-10 minutes away. It's like right down the street, and I don't hear planes, but people upstairs, I can hear everything. It's a little bit annoying, to be very honest with you, because like there were a few days when I wanted to try doing ASMR, but I was like, oh my god, I can hear everything, and I don't know if that's bothersome or not, because I do sometimes watch ASMR videos where it is kind of nice to hear like the lo-fi kind of stuff, you know, like you can hear everything around in the room, and you can hear like outside people walking past and stuff like that. It's pretty nice, but I don't know if listening to kids screaming and running around and banging doors is nice or not. So please let me know if it is annoying or not, because right now I'm just gonna film and hopefully get through this video. Yeah. So I hope it's not too annoying. But yes. What was I talking about? Yes, God of War. So I only started playing the 2018 version of God of War, which is definitely not like the OG God of Wars that a lot of people like or like are familiar with. So I don't have the attachment that a lot of people have with Kratos and God of War. I jumped in straight away with the whole like reboot. So like the version of Kratos that I know is the one that goes boy all the time with the little kid. And then yeah, so that was my first God of War. And so when they announced this God of War, I get why people are mad, because they're like very attached to Kratos and his story and everything, and now that we're playing as his wife, some people are like, this isn't God of War anymore. But I do think knowing her side of the story is pretty interesting. So for me, I'm quite excited for it, and it does look like the mechanics and the fighting and everything is pretty like, you know, on par with like the God of War that I played and I'm used to. But yeah, I'm very excited for God of War Laufey to come out, because I want to play that. I haven't played a really good game in a while. I finished Gothic 1 Remake recently. It wasn't on my radar, but a lot of games people were like talking about how great it was. I never played Gothic when I was a kid, because I think it came out in 2002, I'm not sure. So the remake like just came out this month, and like I wasn't planning on getting it, but then I was influenced by those game influencers, and I decided to be like, okay, let's give it a shot, because I love RPGs, and if it's a classic RPG, like, you know, it should be good. It was good. I like locked myself away for like I think 1 or 2 days just playing that just playing that game. Like I was obsessed, because it is a quite high difficulty type of game. So like you die a lot. Gothic 1 Remake. I tried playing as a mage. Apparently it's one of the hardest things to do. And I even did like, I didn't get like a really good start with it, but I managed to finish the game on like the regular difficulty. I don't do the hardcore stuff because like I do not have the time for that, and I get really mad easily. I will not touch Souls games with like, yeah, I'm not touching those games because I will get super angry every time I die. And I know the point of those games is to die over and over and over again until you beat the boss, but I'm just not. That's not for me. I like story games where they are like, it's like a movie, because I feel like I'm that character in the world, you know? I like things like that, and I like open world games where you make like lasting impact into the world that you're playing in. So games like Baldur's Gate 3, I played that a lot. I think like I did 3 to 4 playthroughs like back to back because I was like, oh my god, this game is amazing. So I'm also interested in Celeste 2, but it's out now on early access, and I'm not a big fan of like early access because if I want to start playing something, I want it to be like the final version that is like meant for people to play. I tried playing Baldur's Gate like during the early access, wasn't a fan of it because like you would reach a point and then you can't go forward, and then there's like a lot of things that are not working or missing, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait till it's out. But I will like purchase early access games to like help the developers, especially if it's like an indie developer. I will like purchase the early access so that they can like, you know, work on it with funds, because game dev is not cheap. Anyways, yeah, so Gothic 1 Remake, really good. It really had those classic RPG feels, and very satisfying after you start being able to kill everything, because you're like, whoa, I started from nothing. Like, I died to freaking, like, stupid things. And then, now they don't even, you know, they don't even hurt anymore, you know? It's a very satisfying progression. I like things like that. It makes me feel like I am improving. The only thing that I could not get was the freaking lockpicking system, because, oh my god, that thing, I would stare at the lockpicking system for like an hour and be like, this is not worth it. And I'd just be like, this is a chest that I'm not opening. I don't need it. I don't know what's in it, and I don't want to know. But yeah, that's Gothic 1. So that was what I've been playing a lot. I play a lot of like gacha games, but I play it for the story. Some of these gacha games have really interesting stories. I'm playing Wuthering Waves, which just did like a collaboration with Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077. Very fun. It was really good. If you watch the anime Edgerunners, you would know a lot of these characters, and it kind of talks about like what happens after the anime, you know. Okay, so the kids have quieted down. I hope it stays that way. I hope I don't jinx it. But anyways, I had to like stop for a bit because they were getting pretty loud upstairs, and I'm continuing it now. Yeah, I really enjoyed playing it, and it's a really good game. What are some of the other things that I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Wolverine. People who made Spider-Man. Those are really good games too. And I'm excited to play as Wolverine. I think that's coming out this year, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong. I think a lot of games are releasing in September for some reason. I don't know why, but that's stuck in my brain. Like, September is when everything is releasing. I know that GTA 6 is coming out, but I've never been like a huge GTA fan, so I'm probably not getting it. Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, or whatever the next like, you know, main Horizon game, because like I know that the next one is the last because it's supposed to be a trilogy. But it's been years. Like, please give us something. Or at least, like, tease something, you know. Tell us it's coming or not. I really hope that we get some news about that soon. I have a feeling, I could be wrong, but I feel like they're waiting for the next gen console, because it seems like Horizon always, like the main ones, is always like a next gen console exclusive. I could be wrong. I could be remembering this very badly, but I remember like on the PS4, I played the first game, and then the second one came out for the PS5. So if that's a pattern, then I'm kind of afraid that the next one is gonna be on the PS6. I hope that's not the case, because I really hope I get to play this thing before I freaking retire. But yeah, I'm a fan of those games because I feel like, again, I really like world building, and if they do a really good job at world building, I love it. It's a very believable post-apocalyptic world. I think the more I can imagine myself like being in it, the more I am immersed, you know, and the more I like it. So Cyberpunk 2077, really good game. I felt like I was actually in the city while I was playing it, because the whole city is very believable. You see food stalls, you see like downtown areas, you see like a city that you actually believe could exist, you know. It has like amenities, it has like restrooms, it has like food stalls, it has markets and like entertainment places and stuff like that. So I feel like if a game does that well, I feel like I love it so much. I was contemplating on whether I should like start a YouTube channel where I just point out all of these small things in games, but I don't know if there's like a demographic for that. If people actually want to see, you know, that kind of thing, because there aren't a lot of games that actually do it, you know. Like on the top of my head, the only thing that I could probably make content on it about is probably Starfield, Cyberpunk, and I don't know any other like big open world games that's believable. Fallout, I guess, but Fallout is like post-apocalyptic, so everything I'd be pointing out would be like half destroyed. I wish there was a version of it where I could see like when everything was still pristine, you know, or like if I could see like what the brands actually should look like. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Fable. Fable is gonna be like my GTA 6, because that is the type of game that I am super into. Like, if it's fantasy, narrative, like choice, you know, give me a lot of choices, give me a world to explore, that I will pay. I will pay money to play that, you know. So I'm not like those hardcore gaming people, but I just like to spend time. Like, it's a form of escapism for me. Like, I get to jump into another world for a bit, and then, you know, kill bad guys, save the world. It makes me feel like I'm contributing to society, a fake and fantasy society, but like, you know, you still get that sense of like a accomplishment, like, oh, I saved someone today, instead of the harsh reality of being a graphic designer in this economy, and being like, oh, what did you do today? Well, I made social media graphics, and you know, like same time, I'm kind of done. I've been seeing a lot of things about like a lot of millennials feeling this way, and I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one. Yay! So we're all just done, or like, we've had it. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure things out. But yes, I recently turned 34. Like this month itself, so I spent a few weeks. I haven't made a new video because I was like doing going out, party. Not really party. I'm not really a party guy, but yeah, like spend some time to myself and like you know, I guess yeah, I'm 34. Yes, yay. Other than that, I'm looking forward to also the Blood of the Dawn Walker. That looks like a really interesting game. I don't know much about it. I've seen a lot of trailers and it looks interesting. It also comes out in September, I believe. And I'm currently playing through 007 First Light, the James Bond like game where he's like just starting out as a 00. Surprisingly, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It was like a birthday gift from a friend. I was planning to pick it up like way later, maybe when it's on sale, like in the future or something, because I was like, you know what, like I don't have to play it, but it'd be nice to play it, that kind of situation. But a friend actually gifted it to me on Steam, and I was like, oh my god, thank you. So I've been playing that, and it's been quite fun. But yeah, these are some of the games that I'm looking forward to. I think there's more. Definitely like Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I played that when I was a kid, but it's on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I don't have a Switch 2, and I don't know if like splurging on a console just for one game is worth it, I do also want to try Pokemon Bocopia because that game looks really, really addictive and really, really cute. But, I don't know. I think this is gonna be a really long video. I don't know if it is. We'll see how it goes in editing. But yeah, I love games. Like, I can talk and ramble about games for a long time. I probably have a lot of weird opinions about games because, I don't talk much about games to people around me. I think in my friend group, I'm probably the only one who plays games like this. A lot of my friend group games play like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, or they play like Dota. Like those competitive games. I hate playing competitive games. I will play like the occasional Apex, but only if I have like a full squad of people I know. I will not play with randoms because randoms can be really rude. Yeah, randoms can be really, really rude. And you know what? I'm just not in the mood of getting yelled at by random people on the internet, Some people like the whole competitive nature of it. I am not one of them. I rather like play games that are cozy, that are like casual, chillax, maybe a little bit of difficulty or like a little bit of challenge, but other than that, yes. So yeah, I guess that's enough of me rambling about games. I hope that this video is fine because there were so many interruptions that I think I will have to cut in between. I hope it's not too jarring at each cut because I feel like there are parts where, like neighbors, me sneezing all the time, and me sniffing all the time. I don't know what it is, but I swear to God, everything is fine. And at the moment I try to record something, everything starts happening. Like, I try to record in the afternoon, and like freaking people are like, doing the yard work and stuff like that. It's really bad. it's just one door to the hallway. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. I hope this works out. You know, like making ASMR videos, I really did enjoy it. Like all the years ago when I started doing it, but then the whole move happened. Where I used to stay, it's like super quiet. Like literally, I was living. It was a weird circumstance, but technically, I was living in like in the entire floor myself, so it was super quiet. Now I'm living in like a apartment full of people that go in and out because of the Airbnb too. Don't note the people who like, if you are planning to like buy or rent an apartment, make sure that the surrounding people are like not doing Airbnb, because I'm telling you, it is really annoying. You hear people rolling luggage in the middle of the night. You hear everything. You hear everything. And I don't know how it is in other countries, but here in Malaysia, Airbnbs are very common. Like most like apartments or like condos, they allow Airbnb. Some don't. So I feel like in the future, for anyone who's planning to get property, I don't know, if you're planning to stay there, try and find somewhere that's like totally just residential. Then you also have the possibility of getting like a neighbor as well that is very noisy. But I don't know, I feel like having people constantly in and out and always changing is also it's like a weird thing on its own. I don't know, I'm rambling. This is a weird ASMR video, guys. I don't know what this video is. Anyways, if you like this kind of scuff and like weird quality ASMR, do leave a comment, or like a share. I don't know, like do the whole YouTube thing. Subscribe, please. I really enjoy making these when the circumstances are not so terrible. But I'll try and figure it out. I really will.